This is Celeste, and this is Hollow Knight, and this is Constance, a brand new indie game that's coming out later this year. And although the game might not be out yet, it already has a vibrant speedrun community. But how, you may be wondering, can you even play a game that hasn't come out yet, much less speedrun it? And, well, you can't really. Constance hasn't been released yet, but its demo has. In fact, it's free to download on Steam, and I, seeing that there was a built-in speedrun timer, decided to start speedrunning it. I expected no one to have had the idea to speedrun a demo seriously, but I looked it up on speedrun.com anyway, and boy was I wrong. This demo already had 28 runners, and it even garnered the attention of a top 12 Celeste runner, which, by the way, is the third most speedrun game ever. This didn't deter me, however, and I began to practice. My first speedrun finished in 8 minutes and 26 seconds. A respectable time, considering I hadn't even seen the world record route, but I still had a long way to go. I started by watching and re-watching the world record run by Marlon, the Celeste runner I mentioned earlier. He used a lot of tricks and skips I'd never even imagined, and with a bit of luck and 100 or so resets, I got my time down to a 5:25. Not bad. Now came the hard part. When you start speedrunning any game, your times improve exponentially as you start implementing skips and following the route. But once you've learned what to do, it's just about doing it better. In the wise words of Summoning Salt, speedrunning simply aims to answer the question, how fast can you beat a video game? And to answer that question, you have to strive for perfection. I spent the next month or so honing my skill, changing each and every aspect of the run until it was nearly perfect. Despite most runs ending after only 45 seconds, I accumulated over 15 hours of practice with only 7 finished runs. I reset over 530 times, recording each and every run in the hopes that this would be the good one. I even submitted one of my runs, then waited 12 days for it to be approved before realizing that speedrun.com has an inbox function. We all make mistakes, okay? Now, finally, I was arriving at my goal. I had honed my early and mid game until I entered the boss battle only 20 seconds behind world record. But there was a problem. My boss fight sucked, like I was almost a minute slower than the world record. Each opening the boss gives you, you can land up to 3 hits, with the exception of a couple openings. Whereas Marlon hit the boss 3 times every single opening but one, I sometimes didn't hit it at all. Do you see the problem? The fact of the matter was, despite having spent over 15 hours in the game, I'd only fought the boss 7 times. I needed to change my approach if I wanted to get a sub 4-minute run, so I did. Instead of resetting the game every time I screwed something up, I started playing every run out to the end. There it was, the end was within reach. Having practiced the boss battle for a few days, I sat down and completed my best run yet. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. 11th place. Not even nearly good enough. Not only was this not a good time, it was even worse than it used to be, since a runner named Marutable had sniped world record with a blazing 3:42. But then, a glimmering ray of hope shone through the ever-darkening tunnel of despair. As I checked the leaderboards, I saw something new. A player named Gary Asher had created the hitless category, and was the only runner to have attempted it. And he was worse than me. Seeing my opportunity, I swooped in and began practicing. A hitless run is very simple. In most cases, it just means not taking damage from enemies. In Constance, however, it means not taking any damage at all, whether from enemies or your own abilities. The route was the same as in any percent, only removing 3 skips since they require either damage or death, and within 2 days, I had achieved the world record. 5 minutes, 6 seconds. 1 minute and 18 seconds faster than the previous world record. After over 25 hours and nearly 1,000 resets, I had finally become the #1 constant speedrunner in the world. I finally closed my computer, put down my controller, and took some much needed rest, knowing that my record was here to stay. Damn it!